Hey everybody, Jeremy here from blockchain.wtf. Although it's pretty young, Bitcoin has proven itself as a store of value, albeit somewhat volatile. However, 10-minute block times have limited its use as a currency. There are scaling solutions such as the Lightning Network that are pushing Bitcoin to actually act as a currency. Now, I'm a guy that likes to ask questions, and the possibility that Bitcoin could have use as a currency has led me to this one. What places, if any, are more likely to adopt Bitcoin? Well, since Bitcoin is an alternative, maybe even a hedge against traditional country-based economies, I specifically look at countries with failing economies, as citizens may look to Bitcoin to fight hyperinflation. If you don't know what hyperinflation is, first consider yourself lucky that you haven't lived in a country where it has happened. Basically, because of monetary and fiscal policy, inflation rises the cost of goods and lowers the relative buying power of the currency. Basically need more of the currency to buy the same goods. A real-life example is Venezuela. Venezuela is a country that's going through insane hyperinflation right now. Last year alone, inflation rose 2,600%. The country recently had to release a new highest denomination, the 100,000 Bolivar note. For reference, that note is worth 50 cents, one half of a US dollar. So this situation has led to some rather significant economic issues. Something as simple as buying lunch is extremely difficult. People are taking backpacks, yes, backpacks full of Bolivar notes just to buy one meal. Going shopping? Well, you better have a cargo truck to carry all those bills that you're going to need to carry. The hyperinflation in Venezuela has gotten so bad, it kind of makes it impossible to buy in bulk, to just transact on a daily basis to get what you need. You just can't carry that much cash. And this is where Bitcoin comes in. The Venezuelan Bolivar has essentially become worth less than the paper it's printed on, and citizens are looking to the cryptocurrency as a means of survival. There are multiple stories of Venezuelans who have families that they're trying to support during this crisis, and one woman describes how she's working multiple jobs just to keep food on the table, but the only real reason she can still feed her family is that she is mining Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin is only good in this case if it can be transacted directly. You need people willing to accept Bitcoin for it to become viable in this type of economy. So what we're seeing is an alternative market arise. The Bolivar is useless for transactions, so we are seeing Venezuelans jump into the Bitcoin economy. More and more vendors and sellers are exploring accepting Bitcoin, really because it's their only means of storing any value. Many Venezuelans are using local Bitcoins in order to directly buy and sell the cryptocurrency. Now, behind every currency crisis, there's usually failed government policy, and we're not going to get into where Venezuela went wrong, mostly because it was a combination of several things. When there's a currency crisis, certain policies are instituted that make it clear you really don't own or have control of your own currency. But what we're seeing in Venezuela has great impact on the global economic scale. People are turning to decentralization because they know nobody can mess with their Bitcoin. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies can be used as a means to get around corrupt government regulation. Now, this sounds like an awesome thing, however, it is slightly a double-edged sword, as some corrupt countries may turn to cryptocurrencies to dodge economic sanctions. It's important to note that Bitcoin doesn't have to replace sovereign currency. It can exist on its own, but the impact it will have on failing economies will likely be great. Maybe some people's only hope. So let us know what you think in the comments. Do you think Bitcoin will replace sovereign currencies, work alongside them? Let us know your opinions down in the comments, and while you're there, leave us a like, hit subscribe, but also hit that bell because the subscribe button isn't what it used to be. The bell is a new subscribe button, I guess. Thanks, YouTube. Anyway, head over to blockchain.wtf if you have any other cryptocurrency and blockchain questions. This has been Jeremy from blockchain.wtf, and I'll see you next time.